reject modernity and embrace masculinity. Society wants men weak, soft, and effeminate. Men are being fed these lies that masculinity is toxic and that they should suppress and avoid any sort of characteristics or qualities that make them a man. This is a big problem because not only are men being fed these lies and now off track into being more effeminate, being more soft, being weaker, being told that women want men that are in their feelings, that are hyper expressive. Well, how is this working out for you guys? Is this getting you the results that you're looking for? Probably not. We're being told that men should suppress their masculinity, that masculinity is toxic. And this is a huge problem because this is now turning men into women. Society wants men weak. Society is trying to tear men down and lift women up. So they're creating this sense of androgyny where women and men are more alike than they've ever been. This is reducing and eliminating the polarity between the feminine and the masculine, between men and women. So not only are men confused and now ashamed, or they're timid and actually taking action and asserting their masculinity in a healthy way to a woman, but now they're being softer, they're being more timid, they're being shameful of their masculinity. And this, in my opinion, is toxic masculinity. When men are suppressing their masculinity is what I would call toxic masculinity. So men, we want to reject modernity, reject these ideas and these lies that you're being fed, being told to be in your feelings, to be emotional. Reject these modern beliefs, these modern projections of ideas of masculinity being toxic. It's important to really understand how important masculinity is and how you want to embody a healthy, positive masculinity within inside yourself. Because if you lack masculinity and you're more of a feminine man, you're going to attract a more masculine woman. And what's society doing now? Society is now rewarding women for displaying characteristics of masculinity. They're rewarding women for being a career woman, for being a boss ass bitch, for being a more driven and ambitious woman. Well, these are characteristics and qualities of masculinity: being driven, focused on achievement, conquering, achieving goals. These are all masculine qualities and characteristics. And if we have women that are being more masculine and they're taking on more of these masculine qualities and characteristics, they're spending time in this masculine energy. And a woman in masculine energy is not attractive to a masculine man. A masculine man is attracted to a feminine woman. So if we want to keep that polarity between masculine and feminine, and if you men are attracted to feminine women, then it's important for you to embody positive masculinity, to be a leader, to be confident, to have goals, aspirations, to have a purpose that you're focused on, and to be mission and goal oriented. These are positive qualities of masculinity. And if you are looking to attract a feminine woman, or if you're looking to create a life that attracts a feminine woman, then you want to embody these characteristics and qualities of healthy, positive masculinity. And it's important to understand what society is trying to do. Society is trying to tell men, tell boys that masculinity is toxic. And this is a huge problem. We want to understand that masculinity is necessary. It's needed in order to have a polarity, a dynamic between masculine and feminine. If we want to have polarity, if we want attraction to exist, a polarity has to exist. So maintaining a positive sense of masculinity, understanding the feminine energy within inside yourself, and how to use this to your advantage. Because both men and women, we all have degrees of masculine and feminine energy. It's important to understand when we want to use our masculine energy and really embody that, and to be firm in that, and to be rigid, and to have structure, which are all masculine qualities and characteristics. And we also want to understand when we want to be more feminine and express more of our feminine energy in positive ways. Because if you can truly embody both the positive masculinity and understand how to relate with your feminine energy inside yourself, then you can use this to your advantage depending on the situation. Because there's going to be times when you do want to be more in feminine energy, when you want to be more open, when you want to be more expressive, when you want to be able to understand and express your feelings. There's times when you want to do this. So when you can do both, embodying positive masculinity and using feminine energy to your advantage, this can give you a huge edge in life, because this gives you a way that you can connect with femininity, and you can also maintain masculinity and use this balance, use this energy to your advantage and very strategically. And I know many men, they don't understand or have a relationship or understanding of how masculine and feminine energy work. So now we have a society where men are being raised and told to suppress their masculinity. And what this is doing is it's causing boys to grow up into men having more qualities of feminine energy. Men are now being more feminine, soft, being effeminate. And all the women are now asking, where are all the real men? That's a great question. Where are all the real men? Because a feminine woman is attracted to a masculine man. Feminine women are repulsed and repelled by feminine men. Think of a magnet. If you have two positive sides and you push those positive sides together, what happens is they repel. You want to have a positive and you want to have a negative. You want to have a masculine energy and you want to have feminine energy. That's how polarity can exist and how attraction works. If men are being more in their feminine and they're trying to attract a woman that's in their feminine, it's not going to work. In order to attract a feminine woman, you have to be a masculine man. So reject these lies, reject this information that modern society is trying to tell you, men, to be more in your feelings, that it's okay to be soft, that weakness and vulnerability is a positive thing. There is a degree of understanding when to express your feelings appropriately, but this is not what most men are doing. Most men are hyper expressive. They're spending too much time in their feelings, and it's disgusting to women. So men, reject modernity, reject these lies, reject these ideas that society is pushing upon you, and really look at how you can embody positive masculinity. What I would encourage you to do is to find examples of positive masculine role models that you can look up to and that you can more so mimic their thought process, mimic their behaviors, mimic how they speak, how they think, so that you can start to use them as a role model to embody positive masculinity within yourself. And so many men lack positive role models. Fortunately, there are positive role models out there. And when you can find positive role models that you can look up to and that you can use to model your behavior after and model how you think and model how you interact with the world, interact with others, this is a great way that you can start to embody positive masculinity within yourself and cultivate positive examples of masculinity for yourself. And if you're the type of man that has goals, looking to achieve a lifestyle full of abundance of finances, having the relationship of your dreams, creating the lifestyle that allows you to live the life that you've always dreamed of, then it's your responsibility to really lead your life, to lead yourself in the direction of creating this life. So embodying positive masculinity is going to allow you to lead yourself in the direction of achieving your goals, of building yourself into the man that you want to become. And in doing so, when you can embody positive masculinity, you're now going to create a world that is going to be highly attractive to feminine women. So bringing your energy back to yourself, cultivating the positive masculinity within inside yourself, and being focused on building a life around the man you want to become, this is going to attract the woman that you want to attract. This is going to attract a feminine woman that wants to come into your life, to come into your frame, that's going to submit to you, that's going to come into your program of how you want to lead your life. This is going to attract women to you that align with you and the type of man and the type of world and relationship that you want to create. So men, reject modernity, embrace masculinity, bring your energy back to yourself and build yourself up, build a positive relationship with your masculinity and with the feminine energy so that you can use masculinity and femininity to your advantage. And like I said, when you can master the art of balancing masculine and feminine energy appropriately, this can give you a huge advantage because so many men don't understand how to embody positive masculinity or how to embody even positive femininity. So they end up going back and forth, going far off the spectrum of hyper masculine in an unhealthy way. And then they'll come all the way back to the other end of the spectrum where they're hyper feminine in an unhealthy way. And they just waver back and forth instead of being able to live in more of a masculine, positive way and also use the feminine energy to your advantage. So, men, ignore the lies, reject modernity, find positive role models, and seek to cultivate positive, healthy masculinity inside yourself so that you can be the man that you strive to become and create the life that you dream to create. If you're looking for coaching, you can find a link in the description below. If you want to get in the men's aesthetic program, you can go to primalrx.com/map. Get the Peak Physique Playbook for free at primalrx.com/playbook. And let me know in the comments below, what's your experience with masculinity? Are you one of the guys that are confused around masculinity and on this journey to understanding how you can be a masculine man in a world that's trying to make men weak, feminine, and effeminate? Tell me about your experience as a man in this world of trying to understand how to balance masculinity, femininity, and show up as the best man that you can become. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.